What's going on, guys? It is Murder here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Now today we're doing something a little bit different. This isn't going to be the typical champion spotlight video. It's going to be kind of a half and half, really showing the new legendary Sacred Order support champion, Cardiel, being an absolute monster. But as always, the first thing we're going to do, and take kind of a page from my normal champion spotlights, is we're going to go over his aesthetics. As we can see, and in my opinion, this is one of the coolest looking champions in the entire game. He is our golden guardian here. The halo actually works. I did have some complaints about Astralon. The sword, absolutely incredible with that blue glow flowing down the sword. Maybe it's even a pike at this point, I'm not sure. Regardless of what it is, it looks absolutely amazing. The wings were an absolutely incredible touch to this champion. So overall, I think this is one of the coolest champions in the game. You guys can definitely let me know what you think, but plarium definitely went next level while building this champion, Cardiel. And before we start getting into things, let's go over his kit really quickly. First, let's start with the base stats. We have 19,650 base HP, which is pretty good, 1,000 base attack, 1255 defense, 106 speed, which is absolutely incredible. It's definitely among the higher thresholds of speeds that we will see in this game. We do have the lower threshold of crit damage at 50%. However, we have 50 base defense, which is definitely higher than average. So now that we've gone over that, let's take a look at him in campaign here. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is in fact the A1, which is Cow the Wicked, attacking one enemy, healing them for 7.5% of their max HP, placing a true fear for one turn if they are faction specific, being Demon Spawn, Undead, or Night Revenant. The first time we've really seen kind of champion and other faction interactions with their specific kit. So I think this was a really cool addition to the game, and I think they should do a lot more things kind of like this. Let's take a look at this animation really quickly. What a heavenly animation. We did get that true fear proc because Incubus is part of one of those factions we were just discussing. It looks absolutely incredible. Now we're going to be going over the A2 ability called Angel Song. We have a 3-turn cooldown, removes all buffs from all allies, then places a block debuff and a revive on death buff on all allies for 2 turns. Revive on death buff cannot be removed. This is absolutely huge, especially if you wanted to use him in the arena. However, we're pretty much going to be talking about clan boss, but that is one thing that you really have to keep in mind if you do have this champion. So now let's take a look at what this actually looks like. So absolutely brilliant. Regardless of how basic the buffs are that he's actually applying to the team, he has a really cool animation for pretty much everything here. Now let's go ahead and cycle through the food we brought with us to see if it will proc. And it does proc Cardiel, also doing that A1 and True Fear. Once again, let's see if we can proc it. That time it didn't. Oh, no, actually that time it actually did proc the A1 again. So we're just getting all of these kind of like built-in ally attacks. Okay, on the third attack, we definitely didn't get it. Now let's cycle back through and see what skill we're going to use next. So in case you are curious as to what you just saw, we are looking at the Fiend Warden passive. Allies receive 20% less damage from champions from the Demon Spawn, Undead, or Night Revenant factions. So another really cool synergy, kind of like the A1 Cow the Wicked. So I like that already, how it's not just one but it's 2. Also, we have the second part here. Whenever an ally attacks, has a 15% chance to team up with them and join their attack. So I can't get over how strong this is. You're going to see very soon in this video why this is amazing in the clan boss. This champion will attack with their default skill, as you can assume by the ally attack, and always joins Sisia Flametongue's attack if they are on the same team. So very, very strong synergy there with the new legendary Sisia Flametongue. And as we can see, finally at the bottom of the text, can only join an ally's attack once per turn. It won't proc on other ally attacks or counter attacks, as you can probably imagine, because that would be a bit broken. And now next we have the A3 ability, Heavenly Host. We have a 4-turn cooldown, placing a 30% increased crit rate buff and a 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies for a 2-turn duration. Then teams up with allies to attack a target enemy, so ally attack there, decrease the cooldown of this skill by 1 turn if an enemy is in fact killed with this attack. Really strong 4-turn cooldown. Have to love the ally attack with these buffs. Definitely reminds me of Kreela for sure, but for Cardiel specifically, he adds so much to the table on top of it. So let's have a look at what this actually does look like in game. But once again, even though we are one-shotting in this campaign, definitely still extremely impressive to see here. Alright guys, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead. I will talk about his aura very briefly. He does have increases all ally speed in all battles by 19%, which is very good. He's not simply bound to just arena, just Doom Tower, so on and so forth. This is pretty much expected being a Void legendary champion. But with that out of the way, once again, let's head straight into the Clan Boss team and what we're going to be talking about today. The first thing I want to do, as always, is make a huge shout out to Paho the Great, who did send me this team. I really wanted to pull a Cardiel to build a team just like this. He got it done, and let's go over the facts here. No unkillable, no counterattack. Overall, this is going to be an amazing team. While unkillable is fun, I'm really a fan of the high defensive teams. Hard hitting, try to get as far as you can, not relying on a Valkyrie to pretty much carry your team. And I cannot wait to show you what this team can do with the champions. Like I said, there's no unkillable, no counterattack, and on top of no counterattack, no Valkyrie. So let's see what kind of damage we can actually see with Cardiel built on a 2-to-1 ratio team. Alright, so as we can see already coming up from the opening screen, we have Paho the Great here. His first key, 52.99 million damage. Let's look at the roster. We have Fushan, Cardiel, Razin Scarhide, Iron Brago, and then Seeker. Absolutely incredible. I'm really looking forward to showing you this live run. I'm going to give you all of the stats, all of the masteries for this champion after the run for sure. So if you are interested in that, definitely stay tuned and look forward to looking at all of these things for the screenshots that I will provide for you. So now let's get into the actual Clan Boss run and see what this team can in fact do. So quickly starting off, you're going to notice the only setup is using A1 and then hitting auto. So you use A1 on Cardiel and that's it. It's the fastest setup to my knowledge in this game. There are a few teams I've made in the past where it's simply hit auto, watch the team go, but the fact that the only setup Cardiel actually needs is a single A1 is absolutely incredible. So you're going to notice right away while watching this, Cardiel is going to be using that A1 ability based on his passive and ally attacking, healing everyone for a ton of healing overall, and it's really going to set things in motion to make this team as strong as it currently can be. Obviously, we have Iron Brago increasing everyone's defense, making this a much more smooth run. We're definitely taking advantage of Fushan's speed aura for sure here, lowering the overall speed requirements of the rest of the team. Obviously, Seeker is going to be key to make sure that 2-to-1 ratio actually makes things happen here. And of course, I don't think I need to introduce Razin Scarhide, who in my opinion is one of the coolest champions in this game for Clan Boss. It's amazingly hard. He is the best partner to place with Iron Brago for sure. The fact that his damage scales off of defense, he has incredible multipliers. He has a triple hit Giant Slayer. He just adds so much. And surprisingly enough, even Cardiel doing 93,000, almost 100,000 damage on the high threshold of his crits for the A1 is absolutely incredible to see. And what's also amazing about this team is we have no poisons. We're not running a toxic set. We're literally brute forcing this, which is definitely one of my favorite things to do in the Clan Boss. Don't care about poisons. While they are nice, it's much cooler to see all of the raw damage flowing. And another great thing about this team, contrary to other teams that have counterattack or bad hitter teams, this team isn't going to take over 20 minutes to run on auto because of all of the counterattacking and the 2-to-1 ratio and extra turns, so on and so forth. So pretty much by where we are in this video, we are at the 2-to-1 ratio team. You can see Cardiel really taking value of this Revive on Death and block debuffs. Now stuns are going to happen. That's definitely going to be inevitable. It's possible you could tune this team without it. That part I really didn't look into much. I really wanted to just showcase this video, show you what this run looks like live, just in case anyone's sleeping on this champion saying maybe his AI isn't the best for dungeons, maybe it's not the best for something like arena if you really want to get maximum use out of it, especially in defense. However, if you want to use him for Clan Boss, he's so easy and he's so vital to this team. And the question is going to be, can you use Cardiel as a solo healer? That's going to be very risky in my opinion. While he does heal a significant amount, he's going to have to proc War Master to really get a strong heal, and you really don't want to take the chance of that RNG unless maybe you want to run Relentless Gear, but that's still going to be a ton of RNG overall. So these are things you have to consider while going forward. If you want to use Cardiel, I would recommend doing what Paho the Great did, and he pretty much just used him, built him strong, built him tough, and he used that A1 ability on the ally attack as kind of a buffer. We do still have lifesteal gear on the champions that need it, so definitely keep that in mind if you do want to replicate something like this. So what we're going to do now is we are going to speed up this run, and I will see you guys at the end screen. Alright guys, so as you can see here in this run that I got to do, thankfully after Baho let me use this account, is 47.91 million damage on Ultra Nightmare, and it only took 10 minutes and 21 seconds. Amazing key time, amazing damage, just going to 2 key, any affinity all of the time. We're definitely overshooting this, and once again, most impressive part, no unkillable, no counterattack. You love to see it. Let's go over the damage here. We have Fushan doing 12.7 million damage. Cardiel pulling out an impressive 9.8 million damage. Raz and Scarhide obviously going to be amazing here. 12.5 million damage. Iron Braggle doing 7.9. And finally, Seeker here doing 4.8 million damage. So all of these things combined led us to this amazing 5-man composition doing 47.91 million damage on Void Affinity for Ultra Nightmare. And now, if you are interested in thresholds, the best key to my knowledge provided by this screenshot from Paho is going to be 56.28 million damage dealt for his best key ever, which was also done on Void. Now, one of the really cool things here is this actually also works on the Nightmare difficulty as well as Brutal. So as you can see here from this Nightmare key, we have 82.62 million damage. So you don't need a separate team, you don't need to change any of the speed tunes, swapping boots on and off that some compositions do require if you want to switch from Ultra Nightmare to Nightmare. So this is absolutely incredible. One team, Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare as well as Brutal, 2 key Ultra Nightmare, 1 key Nightmare, and 1 key Brutal. That's your 4 daily keys here, and you are done for the clan boss, and this is an awesome team to watch. Now with that being said, if you are curious about what type of gear, what type of masteries, I am now going to show you that ahead of here with some music so you can kind of get the breakdown on what the masteries look like and what the gear looks like to actually reach this level of a Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up my video. Some of you are probably wondering, Murder, why is your hair up now? If you are interested in knowing, I actually just recorded the same exact outro. However, my mic was muted. You can take a look at the clip here. So that's what was going on with me. To be honest, some people probably prefer having the option to watch my videos with me just simply not talking at all. I get it. What I was trying to say was, let me know what you guys think about Cardiel. Isn't he such a fantastic champion? I'm really excited to see in the comments where you guys are using him. If you guys were surprised at how well he actually did in this clan boss team, definitely let me know. Give me that feedback. I'm interested. I really love this champion. I think he's going to be so cool in so many different clan boss teams. As always, guys, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you're notified every time I release a video, and I will see you all in my next upload.